Austin Lee here from Pro Football Focus, and I have 5 trading tips for you that'll help you win a championship. These focus on building your trade reputation. Tip number 1 is make sure that every trade offer you make is focused on building trust. You may not win every offer, but you at least want every manager to feel like you have their interests in mind when you're making deals. That way, when they want to initiate trade talks, you'll be at the top of their call list to try to make a deal. Tip number 2 is walk in your trade partner's shoes a little bit. Ask them about their team. How can you improve their starting lineup? A lot of times as fantasy managers, we sort of look at other people's players and imagine those guys in our starting lineup and get carried away with that. If you empathize a little bit with the other manager's situation and genuinely try to improve their team, then you will build up trust with that other manager and your trade reputation will improve. Tip number 3 is entertain any offer. Now, I know all fantasy managers receive a ton of terrible offers, but you gotta entertain even those. Even if it's just to respond and say, thanks for your offer, I'm gonna stick with my guys this week. You just wanna make sure that even if that guy that gives you 30 terrible offers in a season keeps pounding you with terrible things, maybe at some point he's gonna turn it around and offer you something good. You wanna be available when that happens and respond quickly to all offers. That way people know, hey, I can shoot this manager something quickly and get a read on it before I really pepper the league with a lot of offers. Tip number 4 is don't trade injured players. Don't make that a part of your initial offer. And when you offer an injured player to someone, you come across as like a used car salesman. They think you're trying to pull a fast one on them. If the other manager brings up an injured player in your team that they're interested in later on, fine, you can include that guy in the deal. But don't start that way. It just starts things off on a bad foot and raises a red flag for the other manager. And my last tip, tip number 5, is influence the way people perceive your trades after they're done. Sometimes our instincts are to sort of gloat when we get a successful trade or feel really good about the deal we just made. Fight those instincts a little bit. You're looking to try to get future trades and build your reputation up. If a manager happened to get a good trade with you during the season, make sure you congratulate him on that in front of your league mates. That way people start to get the idea that you're a manager that makes trades that help people. If you happen to get a deal where you got the better end of the deal and your league mates bring that up, downplay it and sort of chalk it up to dumb luck. You don't want them to think that you typically get the better end of the deal. So sort of set those aside as quickly as you can. Remember, even in redraft leagues, your trade reputation is at stake during the offseason. So always be on guard and on the lookout for opportunities to sort of influence your league mates that way. So those are my 5 trading tips for building your trade reputation, because your reputation is really the key to keeping those trades flowing year in and year out, and that's what leads to a championship. From Pro Football Focus, I'm Austin Lee.